changing locations and shit. Man, get into this motherfucking bag. Stand on the way, I made. Sacrificing time for this shit. Man, I got a plan. Tried to tell niggas years ago, they ain't understand. Riding by myself and it's cool, I'm all in my head. Everything in life you can't replace, I build relationships. Pretty little smile make a nigga wanna lock it in. We met the same time I lost a friend, we should try again. You been on my mind, you should hop in. I ain't gonna hurt you, baby girl, you know we locked in. Used to be on FaceTime calls on the regular. Never made time, landed on my busy schedule. Now every time I get the bay, you know I think of you. Working on your brand, love, you know that I...
Reporting live from the liquor store, man. And when all three of us come together, man, it's Cowboys Uncut.
Goddess.
West Coast Cowboy in the middle, the Kanye West of this content stuff.
And I'm a day one type of girl. Ain't nothing wishy-washy over here. I don't jump around, stick to one side. Yeah, the silver, the blue, we got them in their feelings. That star on the field, come pay the D a visit. They say it's hatred, is it? I call it hate and simping. Cause if we wasn't that hating, they wouldn't be in our business. Listen, West Coast say the water tastes better. The fan base go harder, and all the ladies get wetter. Yeah, that's how it is when you straight reppin' for Dallas. We get it in the trap, and LandLord tell us what's happening. No explanations in no shape, form, or fashion. When Henny drop the stats, ain't nothing else to be asking. Them numbers don't lie, that's why your argument dry. And we still got them rings, you got your eyes on our prize. Whether an eagle, a giant, or a commando, you in the parking lot crying, we in the Lambo, we stay in our bag, we run it up in the draft. You still talking about the 90s, so who's stuck in the past? Get off me, and I'ma need you 6 feet back. Get back. And we ain't hearing nothing till your team beat Dak. And we ain't scared of running. It's only one team over here, it's Cowboys. Believe it. Yeah, it's you got us a poet. Big up West Coast Cowboy, HTM Sports, and LandLord from Alabama. Y'all check them boys out, man. Don't play around with the Cowboys content. Yeah, and you know it's DC. Yeah, DC4L. All day, every day.
My dear Aunt Sally, we is at the P right now. We got to go to free agency, then we got to go to draft, then we can talk about training camp.
And Stephen Jones, who's also a multi-millionaire, moves and feels like a what? Like a dude that is got $15 in his bank account.
We finna come marching to Dallas with our picket signs, ticket torches, everything we can find.
And we are live. What's good with y'all, man? It's your boy, Henny DeMoore, reporting live from the liquor store, man. How's everybody doing? And to my right, we have Mr. Run the Damn Ball himself, the Kanye West of this Dallas Cowboys content, man, West Coast Cowboy. How you doing, cuz?
Man, I'm good, man. How you doing?
Bro, I done made that work day. They ain't overworked me. And boy, NFL football comes on tomorrow. I feel elated. Like, life is good, bro. Like, nothing can mess up my day at this point. Football season.
Yeah, man. I ain't gonna lie, man. If you guys been wondering what's going on with my page, yeah, I don't know either. But I know I can't upload any videos. Only thing I can do on my page right now is go live, which is crazy to me and absolutely weird to me. But hey, I'm here, and let's rock and roll.
Indeed. And hey, real quick, real big shout out to my boy Dallas Law. He came in real hot already with the 2 super chats. He hit him with a $1.99 and a $4.99 off the love. So I appreciate my guy. He said he feeling thirsty in the trap because we be drunk trapping. And listen, it's the 3 of us today, so we drunk trapping on the West Coast. So salute to all y'all good people out there showing love. Dallas Law 43, Jameson Taylor, Cowboys 0-0, Elijah Robinson, Lil Baby 38, JJ the Mime, Kelvin Hicks, Justin Kitchen. That's a bunch of y'all, man. So salute to everybody across all platforms. We're really 91 deep already, and the doors just opened up, man. So we appreciate all y'all right now for tapping in and rocking out with us.
Yeah, man, let's get to it, man. And we didn't have some football, but this the football that counts, man. This the football that counts. You know what I'm saying? So I'm excited, man. This is gonna be a good week for me. My son got their first game Saturday, and Cowboys got their first game Sunday, man. So, let's get it, man.
Let's get it, man. So, hey, let's start with a statement made by one of our players before we jump into this Dallas Cowboys versus Brown talk. Because, there was a player that took up for your quarterback today. One, Brandin Cooks, showing his leadership, taking accountability for some of the things going on, last year especially. So I'm gonna play the clip real quick, and then I'm gonna get your thoughts about it. Okay? So I'm pull it up. Boom, and here we go.
Quarterbacks having like a field like that at their home so that they can work out like that in the off season.
I mean, we in Texas, so you can get a lot of land here. So I guess it depends where you at. But I mean, it could be a trend. You in Cali or somewhere. It's a lot for them acres, so yeah, you better be dealing with someone that got a big bag. Yeah.
All of it is to get Tommy down for CD and Dak, even though they know each other, not kind of thing.
I think, just coming out here these last couple of practices, these guys haven't missed a beat. They've thrown so much together. And there's no telling how much they've thrown, even in the off season when that holdout was going on. So that's nothing I'm concerned about. Their rapport is great.
How much better, we know CD and Dak going to be on the same page. How much more comfortable are you and Jalen to contribute at the start of the season this year compared to last year?
Extremely comfortable. I'm ready to go. You know what I mean? And that's what it's all about. We talk about leading, no doubt about it. I'm going to do my best to lead, but at the same time, I'm going out there to make plays and help my team win and do it at a high level. When my number's called, I'll be ready, and I'm going to continue to trust that, and I think JT going to do the same thing.
What did you see from Dak throwing to other receivers this training camp? He didn't have CD.
Yeah.
He had, didn't have a number one guy, but he trusted and was able to move the ball with those. What did we learn about Dak?
I mean, it goes to show that, he's one of the best for a reason. Going out there in camp, not having CD, for him to be able to get comfortable with other guys shows you how great he is in such a short amount of time. It's awesome. Yeah.
What are your thoughts on the rooted team slogan, I guess, the team theme for this year?
It's awesome. It speaks to me. My faith is my foundation. So to be able to talk about being rooted, being in the present, taking it one day at a time. It's my 11th season now. I look back, I'm like, man, it's a blessing. But if you let it can fly by. And so I try to take that time and be grounded, like Coach talked about being rooted. So I think it's awesome for everybody to be able to have that mindset going into the season.
We saw moments in the joint practices out in Oxnard where you and Dak, that connection really flashed. Have there been things during this offseason and camp where it kind of clicked in a way where you think there's a next step that you guys will take?
Not necessarily. I think repetition, right? You get 1 year under your belt, and then, you go out there a second year. It's all about just continue to gain off that momentum, being there when he needs me to be, and being the playmaker like, this team needs me to be, and also him.
How have you seen Tolbert evolve since last season?
His confidence, he took another huge step. Just going out there, playing this camp, all the reps that he's gotten, he's making play after play, but the biggest thing that I see is just his confidence is on another level. And as we all know, in order to be great in this game, you got to at least have that confidence to start off with, and you're definitely seeing that from him.
What's the challenge early in the season as an offense to get it clicking right from the start, especially playing on grass, playing against a good defense?
We practiced on grass for 6 weeks in Oxnard, and we practiced on grass here for the most part, so that's not a concern. But you just go out there, and how fast can you get to your fundamentals? How fast, can you lean into your foundation that you built all offseason? And then from there, everything else should take care of itself.
Given that this is season number 11 for you, is the first game butterflies? Is that different for you? Or is
always, because you never take it for granted, all right? You go out there that first game. It's a good butterfly, I guess you could say. You know what I mean? Just being thankful, blessed to be able to go out there and be playing this game for 11 years.
How would you describe what the general focus seems to be with the team heading into this specific season?
We locked in. I think the big focus is tuning out the noise, focusing on what we got inside this locker room, and taking it one game at a time, and not get caught up in the roller coaster of a season or what people are saying. Just really staying rooted.
And with Dak,
you know what I'm saying?
that's a good one. With Dak, we've heard how he's a workaholic. He never stops working on his craft. How much better do you expect he will be this year?
A lot better, because I'm pushing him in the offseason. I'm a workaholic too, and I think our receivers are as well. So he's that type of guy that he does not want to get outworked, and vice versa. So the fact that you have that rapport, you have that ability to push one another, there's no doubt in my mind he's only going to grow from what he did last year.
Speaking of growing, what you know about a bamboo tree?
A little bit, I've been to China, Asia a little bit, I like to travel, so I know they strong. I know it can hold me without snapping.
Right, and they grow in year 5?
Year 5, and they say it's year 5 in this program, so you never know. You know what I mean?
Is that why you kind of cherish these moments with Dak and these other guys? Because the business is,
you
guys might not be here next year.
I mean, that's a part of it, right? And so, like I've told Dak before, like, not just saying this because, I want the ball, but I got so much love for that guy. Just his story, forget being a player. So you cherish those moments with guys like that, our receiver room. Like you said, locker room never stays the same, right? A year in, a year out, it changes. So be able to have that relationship that goes past football and that's going to last a lifetime. But these moments don't last forever.
You've been with a lot of different quarterbacks in the time and Drew and all those guys. Can you just talk about the stuff you hear about Dak outside, the disrespect I think he gets?
It's blasphemy. It's unbelievable. I mean, the guy shows up every year in and year out, putting up numbers, leading his team. He can't do it all by himself, right? A lot of those great quarterbacks that I've been with, Tom and Drew, they, don't get me wrong, won a lot of games, won a lot of Super Bowls, but they had a lot of help around them as well, right? And so us players around them also got to step up. And so when we hear that disrespect, I take that personally, and as his teammates, we should take that personally, because at the end of the day, somebody got to be able to help him get over that hump so we can go win one.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, no problem.
All right. So that was Brandin Cooks on Dak Prescott, especially at the end right there. And pretty much that's the talking point right there, because this is the main thing that I took away from it right here in regards to Brandin Cooks' statement. So he said it was blasphemy, and it's unbelievable. They talk about the slander that Dak takes. The guy shows up every year in and year out, putting up numbers, leading his team. He can't do it all by himself. A lot of those great quarterbacks, because he played with Tom Brady, he played with Drew Brees, of course, so on and so forth, since he's been in the NFL. Don't get me wrong, they won a lot of games, won a lot of Super Bowls, but they had a lot of help around them as well, right? He said, us players, Dak also got to step up. So when we hear that disrespect, I take that personally, and as his teammates, we should take that personally as well, because at the end of the day, somebody has to be able to help him get over the hump. And if you're thinking it's lip service, and he just said that because Dak Prescott is his quarterback, Clarence Hill asked him again, and he doubled down on it. He said he asked him after this. He said, Cook continue the conversation with me later, and said he's not just saying this because Dak is his quarterback. He truly means it. And he offered a warning to the Dallas Cowboys and the Cowboys fans. He said, let him go if you want to. And he just walked off on him after that. So that was Brandin Cooks pretty much standing up for Dak Prescott going into the season. And, also taking part of the accountability. Because like he said, he's played with other great quarterbacks. Nobody he ever played with did it alone. Not Tom Brady, not Drew Brees. So what are y'all thoughts on Brandin Cooks' comments about Dak Prescott and the rest of his teammates taking accountability for not getting the job done?
Sounds like, he's standing on the table, dying on the hill about him, you know what I'm saying? And this is after 1 year. And like we said, we know Brandin Cooks is somebody who actually been through the wars. He done been to a Super Bowl. You know what I'm saying? He done been to 2 Super Bowls, played with the great quarterbacks. And like I said, we already know it takes more than just a quarterback to get to the Super Bowl. So if Brandin Cooks knows what it takes to get to a Super Bowl and he felt like Dak wasn't that guy, I don't think he'll be putting his name behind stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, after he done been a veteran in this league all this time, he got a brand that he got to protect. He got a name he got to protect. And you're not going to hit your wagon behind somebody like that. Look at Cole Beasley. And you ain't got to do it for your quarterback either. Even if it is your quarterback, you ain't got to do it.
Right. And remember, he also played with Deshaun Watson and Jared Goff. He ain't say nothing like that about them.
Exactly.
Wes, your thoughts?
I mean, I'm gonna keep it real, man. Like, I'm not to a degree. I don't really care anymore. About talks about contracts and things like that, because from the looks of it, the Cowboys don't care, bruh. And to be honest with you, I don't feel like Dak cares. Like, Dak didn't listen to me. I said this. If Dak 100% only wanted to play for the Dallas Cowboys, I told you guys, what should he do? Hold out.
Hold out.
Because if you hold out, what does that do? I'm gonna tell you this right here. If Dak would have, imagine this, and then I want to talk about the Cleveland Browns. With what you saw from Trey Lance, if Dak would not have been at training camp, he would be the highest paid quarterback right now. Right now. Like, I'm gonna be honest with you. Dak should have went to the same, wherever CeeDee Lamb went, Dak should have went to the same place. And we would have been sitting here looking at Trey. Everybody would have been like, okay, we got Cooper Rush and Trey Lance. We're going to go do, we saw 3 games of Trey Lance. You know what they've been screaming after that 5 interception game? Get Dak's ass back here immediately. Because a game where your quarterback throws 5 interceptions and your starting quarterback's can't play because they don't want to play him. Because they don't want to pay him. Listen, they would have been in the stands screaming, pay Dak, pay Prescott. Pay Prescott. They would have been screaming that, right? So, we should already be mimicking that. So my thing is this, and that is, Dak Prescott proved that he deserved the job last year, and he deserved your trust. Trey Lance proved this year that he has not earned your trust, and that I'm gonna tell you this right here. You know, anybody who put their trust in the Trey Lance or was involved in that, to a degree, you have to know this about yourself. And this is just something we have to fix. This is something, a character fault you have to fix. You got to understand that you went against production over someone's projection. That means this. You looked at what someone had in their hand, and you looked over and you picked over the person what they said they're gonna put in their hand. See, Trey Lance was telling you what he was gonna put in his hands. I'm gonna put $20 in your hand. I'm gonna put $50 in your hand. I'm gonna put $10 in your hand. Dak Prescott comes to you with $200-$300 already in his hands. So it's like, if you're in the business of getting money, are you going to go pitch your wagon to the guy who already has it in his hand, or a guy that's trying to prove it that he can even carry it? See,
basically, Dak is that bird in the hand. That's what
you know what I'm saying? Like, that's the difference. Trey Lance is trying to prove to you that he can even handle the responsibility of you giving him it. You know what I'm saying? Dak is past that. Dak is on the, I can hold it. Can I deliver it now? That's a 2 different thing, bruh.
It's crazy because like you said, I feel like if you give it to Trey, he got a ways to go to even get up to a Dak Prescott level.
You're just asking him, can he hold it, bruh?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
He's just a placeholder at that point. He got to get to start a place. He got to get to start a play.
He got to get the backup place.
I'm talking about levels of play. It got to be, okay, he got to get to a on the field decent player. Then he got to get to a good player. Then he got to get to, you know what I'm saying? It's levels to it, man. So, yeah, I understand, man, how some people frustrated with Dak. I was even frustrated with Dak. But like we said, I'd rather take the bird in the hand than go for the 2 in the bush because, you know, potentially you might not have no birds after that. You know what I'm saying? At least you know you got a bird in the hand. That's one thing you know. And we know Dak Prescott can operate this team and push this team to the playoffs year in and year out. Now, you know, he's one of the, I can't say he do it, but he's one of the catalysts to getting us there. I say that. And he's one of the more important ones. So definitely we need to make sure we wrap it up, man. I'm sick of talking about the contract stuff. I just wish they gonna get it over with so we can talk about football. We got the Browns in a few days, y'all. And we still up here talking about Dak Prescott and the contract. That's messed up. That's all on your owner. You shouldn't be mad at the players. You should be mad at the ownership. You should be mad at the people making the deals because we supposed to be up here talking strategy, talking about the Browns, talking about Deshaun Watson, talking about the defensive player of the year coming in here. Like, we supposed to be talking about that stuff, not no contract negotiations and drama in the first game of the season. That's what I told y'all. When I did that Google search, you seen nothing but drama for Dallas. Everybody else, they talk about football. And you can't tell me that ain't a disadvantage for your team. Exactly. And that's all spearheaded by your ownership and your front office.
Oh, speaking of your ownership, that man is doing an interview with Stephen A. Smith right now. So you know it's going to be some slander, some bullshit headlines coming out pretty soon.
Man, I'm going to tell you this right here. Like, when you see
first week of the season, you want to do it.
Hey, I'm going to tell you this. I'm going to tell you this, too. Like, you know, man, we got to just take it as, like, the media. The Cowboys are definitely two different teams. We're a football team, and then we are also a social media conglomerate. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, you know, we have to win 2 Super Bowls. The Cowboys are trying to win 2 Super Bowls. They're trying to win one on the field, and they're also trying to win one in the social media sphere and in the media. You know what I'm saying? The Cowboys are probably like we're probably like the 11 time in a row Super Bowl champion. And when it comes to Super Bowl, you know, when it comes to like media and like being the number one talked about franchise and things like that, like for sure, it you were number one. But when it comes to actual football business, like, you know, when I saw the first thing I thought about when I saw Stephen A. Smith and Jerry Jones, I'm thinking like this, like, if you're Jerry Jones, you would think the first thing that Stephen A. Smith is going to ask you is about why haven't you signed Dak Prescott? And so my question is like, why would you even be? It's like Micah Parsons after he was supposed to go on the skip on that show, and then we lost, and then Micah was like, hell no, I ain't trying to go on there and talk about, you know what I'm saying, in front of all them people. So I be thinking like, damn, Jerry, like Stephen A. is going to talk about that, like, and you're okay with sitting down and having a conversation, knowing that you have the NFL said the second best player, not even just quarterback. He's the second best player in all of football. That's what the league said he was last year. And you have not re-signed him. And you are going into a situation where it is 17 weeks from tomorrow, no matter if you go to the playoffs or not, Dak Prescott is going to be a free agent. Like, imagine that. Like,
if you think about it, like you just said, it just don't. Like, I'm sitting up here concerned.
He's okay with talking about it. I'm like, that's crazy.
I'm sitting up here concerned. Like, listen to this. We got our owner going to talk to Stephen A. Smith, one of our arch enemies, you know, as far as the media go. Then you got all of this Dak Prescott quarterback, you know, contract drama. You got all this stuff surfacing around. They asking Brandin Cooks about Dak Prescott contract and all of this. Man, listen. Do you think Jerry Judy is getting talked to about Deshaun Watson contract right now? Them boys is over there talking about football.
Real quick question. Brandin Cooks look irritated too. I ain't gonna lie. The whole conversation, Brandin Cooks, like, he had that, like, if y'all don't get out of my face, like,
bro, y'all don't understand how frustrated. We frustrated. Just imagine them. This man getting interviewed. My name Brandin Cooks. I'm not Dak Prescott. You asking me about a whole nother man. I'm right here talking to you.
My daddy told me keep my eyes on my own paper.
Hey, and think about this. Keeping eyes. Me and you were conversating, right? We're conversating. Brandin Cooks was like this the whole conversation. Like, bro, like, he's like, I'm literally, Brandin Cooks is doing this. He's talking to you, but he's having a whole conversation in his head, like, bruh, this is ridiculous. Like,
I'm sick of this.
We play the Browns in literally 3 weeks. I mean, we play the Browns in 3 days, and instead of talking to me about their corners or what we about to do on this offense, you're seriously asking me after a practice, what is my quarterback thinking and what is he doing about a paycheck, bruh? And we literally play a game in 3 days.
Listen, and people got the audacity to sit up here and talk about how bad the players are. Do y'all not see this toxic environment they playing in?
Yeah.
This is toxic, bro. It's no way around that. This is toxic. Like, I just told y'all, if you Google the Dallas Cowboys, look at what come up. Then Google all the other teams that we finna play.
Man.
Nobody else has drama but us.
Hey, landlord, imagine Jerry Jones and everybody, and imagine Mike McCarthy telling you guys focus on football, just focus on football, all practice, focus on football. We just focusing on football, and then the first question in your first interview right after practice, hey man, what's up with you, man? Hey man, so what's up with Dak Prescott? You think he's worth the money that they're not giving him?
Yeah, they tell you focus on football. They got a whole parade outside.
And you got
How am I supposed to pay attention?
Bro,
Did you see when?
Didn't even
Did you
ask
see
you
when
about football.
Michael was holding out? Mike McCarthy got mad. They was asking him, well, what about Mike? He said, man, I'm talking about people. No, it was CD. I think when CD was holding out, Mike McCarthy like, man, I'm talking about people who are here. Like, why y'all bothering me? Like, that? Listen, man. We gon' how many times is we gonna have a turnstile when it comes to these head coaches, man? We gotta realize, like, I think we be too hard on these guys, especially in the environment that we in, man. How many times we gonna say, oh, it's the coach, it's the coach? We know who it is. We sitting up here acting like we don't.
Man.
We sitting up here like, man, it's the coach. And he ain't doing it. Man, we know exactly what the problem is. Jerry and them been against Mike McCarthy since day one, if you really want to get specific. They ain't even give a man the proper respect when he got in here. They forced a whole nother dude on him. And then another thing what they did, guess what? They tried to plant Dan Quinn against the man. You see what I'm saying? They been doing this. They got this man running the offense he didn't even co-sign.
Speaking of
but y'all sitting up here looking at him like he's supposed to just walk on water in an environment like this.
Speaking of running an offense, fuck all that. Let's get to this Brown Dallas Cowboys talk, because we could talk about the function of the Dallas Cowboys for like 2 hours,
exactly,
and never get around to actually what we're supposed to talk about. Now I know it looks weird that I got the Buffalo Bills on here, but this is actually a screenshot from one of the plays that Ken Dorsey likes to run. And it's pretty much just a simple pin and pull. We know that and this is the MO of Ken Dorsey. Run game, he does a lot of pin and pull and inside zone. Passing game is mostly RPO passes, RPO plays, and option routes in the vein of Kellen Moore. So this is just pretty much a diagram of some of the things in his scheme. So this is a basic pin and pull. And what's crazy, he got 3 dudes pulling on this play. Right, the center is going to pull, the guard is going to pull, and then this guy at the very end is going to pull. Then the tight end is actually going to come up here and take the linebacker. I think that's the tackle right there. So the tackle is also going to pull. So usually when you see pin and pull, there's only 2 people pulling, and everybody else is pinning. This man had 3 guys pulling on this play. He pulled a guard, a center, and a tackle. Then he had these other guys pinning off. So and listen, if I had the actual all-22, it's going to open up a massive hole. And this is when they love Ken Dorsey. This is from 2022 when Ken Dorsey, earned the right to be the offensive coordinator going into the 2023 season. They love Ken Dorsey back here when he was doing this. When Josh Allen was throwing all those picks, though, last year, somebody had to be the sacrificial lamb and the scapegoat, for why that was going on. So that what got Ken Dorsey fired. So that's some of the things that you'll see. Like, you'll see pin and pull, you'll see inside zone, you'll see RPO, and you'll see option routes. But this is the thing. We know that option routes and getting that timing and getting that stuff down with your quarterback and the wide receivers takes a lot of time, right? It takes a lot of time. That's why when Kellen Moore was here, Jalen Tolbert didn't really flourish. That's why when Kellen Moore went over there to the Chargers, Quentin Johnson didn't really do nothing. Young receivers have a very hard time picking up on this offense. And even former Dallas Cowboy Tavon Austin said that Ken Dorsey's offense is one of the most complicated he ever had to learn. Tavon Austin played in like 17 teams.
And is this their first year, right?
This their first year under Ken Dorsey, running his concepts and running the things that he uses.
So we got first year offense versus first year defense. Let's line them up and see what happens.
And this the thing, like, I don't think there's as big of a turnaround from having us go from Dan Quinn to Mike Zimmer, because we're still gonna be playing 4-3 defense. We just gonna have some different personnel out there. We'll see more linebackers than corners. That's really the difference. We might see some more double A looks. Their offense is probably gonna be completely different from the concepts that they're running. But Wes, what are your thoughts about going up against this first year offense?
Man, this is my thought. My thought ain't even really about the whole offense as a general, man. You have a lot of people on this Cleveland Browns team that got a lot of stuff to prove, and they gonna prove it. They want to prove it in this game, man. I'm gonna tell you this right now. Deshaun Watson is literally hanging on a thread from being Marcus Mariota. You know what I'm saying? If you
I
a
think
real
that's a decent take.
and I'm gonna tell you this right here. My real football dudes know exactly what I'm talking about, bruh. Deshaun Watson is literally one season from being Marcus Mariota.
I'm talking about, and then it's sad for me because he was somebody I looked at as a talented quarterback. Like, I really had respect for Deshaun coming out of college. And he proved me right for some years. Then as soon as he got into that trouble, he just came back and he was a whole nother dude. So I mean, I don't know, bro. Like, and I was looking at some of his tape. Listen, I'm talking about Aaron throw after Aaron throw. Some of the throws that he was making, it was like dirt balls. Like, I'm talking about two hoppers and stuff like that. And I'm like, and he wasn't even getting pressure like that, y'all.
Yeah.
I'm talking about the game against the Bengals. That was the first game. I just watched the whole first game. And it kind of giving me a feel like how he looked coming off an injury, coming back, starting, you know what I'm saying? Now I want to see how he coming back this year. And he was looking very, very, very bad. Like, it ain't no way around it. And I had to see it for myself. Like, I'm finna go back and look at all his offensive snaps as far as passing attempts. I'm finna go through every game. It ain't that many. It's only 6. So I'm going to go through from last year. I'm going to go through every game and see exactly how I just don't understand how he became bad that quick. Because he was good to me. You know what I'm saying? I thought he was a good quarterback.
This is what I will say. I don't blame Deshaun Watson for diminishing because he's not a Kobe Bryant. Like, Kobe Bryant, I'm not putting his business in the street, but you can Google this. Kobe Bryant was fighting a case. Y'all know how I'm about cases. I don't go into people's legal stuff, but he was fighting a case. A case that was going to get him 25 years in the state of Colorado if he was found guilty. Kobe Bryant, on the day he was the day of his trial, was found not guilty, got in a plane, changed in air, ran onto the court, just as warm-ups up, and dropped 51 points. Didn't warm up, got right off a plane, got on a helicopter, flew straight to the stadium, got off the plane, got on the airplane, went in there and dropped 51 points. Guess what? Kobe was able to departmentalize life things in basketball. I'm gonna tell you this right now. There are one or two people in every sport who are able to do that. That is immensely hard. Because, bruh, when your life is on the line, I don't give a damn if this motherfucker catch a football. I want to make sure I'm not catching no damn case. You know what I mean? Like, when your life is on the line.
Derek said Amari Cooper gonna be pissed about them option routes. Listen, on tape, Amari was looking pissed with Deshaun Watson. No lie. His body language, you already know Amari a nonchalant type dude. His body language was not good playing with him. And he was open a lot of times. Like, Deshaun was looking like he didn't trust what he was seeing. Like, I don't know, man. He gonna have to. I hope he been going like real hard in his craft, bro. Cause I don't know. It looked like he had a long way to come from to get back to where he was. I don't know what's going on. But, you know, people play against the Cowboys and, you know, have a resurgence all of a sudden. They just get resurrected when they play us. So, you know, keep your eye on them, though.
Man, Deshaun Watson going to turn back the clock. Look like he just came out of Clemson.
Yeah. Especially, that's the way the Cowboy look work. You know what I'm saying? He going to come out here and look like the Texans Deshaun Watson. So, we'll see.
We definitely will see. So this is my question for y'all. So we're talking about matchups, right? Which units do you want to see on the field first? Let's say the Dallas Cowboys win the coin toss. Are you putting your defense on the field first, or are you putting your offense on the field first? I know we usually ask this question before every playoff game, every big game. So, what y'all doing this year? Fresh slate. We ain't got nothing to go on. Last year don't count.
This
New
kind of
team.
hard for me.
I'm sorry if you weren't asking me first.
I was about to say the defense. I think the defense too. The only reason I'm gonna say defense is because I'm not sold on their offense. Put the pressure on them. It ain't that I'm just head over heels about our defense. I just want to see all the pressure on Deshaun Watson out the gate. Like, you don't got no time to get your bearings together, nothing. Just out the gate. Let's see what you got, Deshaun. That's what I want to see.
You go ahead, Wes. I know you probably finna add some good nuance to it. So go ahead.
I'm putting the defense on the first because the defense is you want to put your unit on that has the most questions. That's as close as what you were last year. So I'm going to put my defense on the field first because I feel like if my defense makes a play right out the gate, my offense can come out there and live out in that momentum. If my offense, they ain't played. Listen to me. It's going to be this game that first snap is going to be the first snap that the entire offense has even played together ever. Like you're starting center, you're starting tackle, CeeDee Lamb, Dak Prescott, and Ezekiel Elliott have never played in a game together before. Never. And think about this. They like HCM said right now. They have only done that at practice.
And you can't even say that because CeeDee Lamb wasn't there when you think about it.
Yeah, because CeeDee Lamb just got back.
They ain't had not one real rep together.
Not one. So that's what I'm saying. So I'm not going to put my offense on the field first. I'm going to protect them a little bit. You know what I'm saying? And I'm going to allow my defense to get on the field first. My defense puts me in a good position, stops their offense. Then my offense gets to come out. And then also you got to think about that crowd. You know, that crowd is going to be ridiculous. First play of the game, that crowd is going to be ridiculous. They're going to be ridiculous. I want that crowd to already, if you put the offense on the field and their offense kind of sputters out and we stop them, then that crowd is already kind of out, not necessarily out the game, but they're out of that possession.
They're going to die down a little bit. They're going to die down a little bit. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I agree. At this point, I'll probably put the defense out there just because, one, if the defense is able to serve the entire first half, we get the ball first in the second half. So we can come back on the field with all the adjustments made, maybe come on the field with a little bit more momentum and maybe put some distance in between us and them on the scoreboard. And like you said, man, there's a lot more, turnover on the offense at this point because the offense still going to be in the same – going to still have the same scheme. There's going to be a new defense, but we're going to have most of the same players. You know, Trayvon Diggs is back, Michael Parsons there. Like, most of your defense is intact. It's just going to be a different scheme. At least they know each other. Like,
I got a question.
Let me finish this thought and you go.
Oh, go ahead.
Right, because I don't know what Tyler Guyton is going to do week one. I don't know what Cooper Beebe is going to do week one. They did fine in preseason and training camp. Cooper Beebe might snap the ball 30 feet over Dak Prescott's head first snap.
Don't say that.
I'm just
Take
saying.
it out the universe. We snatching that straight up out the universe.
I'm not going to wood. I'm just
Get
saying.
it out of here.
I'm just saying. You don't know anything that's going to happen. I think they'll be great down the line. But these are kids, man. You know, they gotta have growing pains at some point. You don't know if the growing pain going to start week one or not.
But
so
look, sometimes you don't.
Put your veteran most veteran laden front out there first. You got nothing but veterans on the defense except for Kalen Carson. You protect him.
Yeah, I was just about to say what unit you got the most confidence in?
Your defense.
Week one.
Defense.
I have no faith in any of them week one because they haven't shown me anything. The last time I seen both of these units, they underperformed. So, I'm trying to give everybody a clean slate. So they both starting at 0 with me, honestly. But I have more faith in Deshaun Watson being a bad quarterback because I watched 12 games of this sorry motherfucker. Look at me, Wes. I watched 12 games of Deshaun Watson in 2023 and 2024. It wasn't as bad as watching Trey Lance, but it's up there. I'm pretty sure if somebody died and went to hell, their punishment could be watching Deshaun Watson.
You know something that I noticed, though? When I was watching the Browns, it seemed like, You know, they got rid of their OC, right, or he got a better job. Which one happened? Did he get fired or they got a better job?
I think he got fired.
Job.
Well, I don't know if he got fired, but I know he ain't there.
Well, I'm asking that question to say, I ain't gonna lie, I'm pretty familiar with Deshaun Watson and his skill set, bro. I've been watching him since college. The plays that they run look like they perfect for him. Like, it ain't looking like they was misusing him or nothing. Like, it was people open, and he was just missing them. I'm talking about with clean pockets, he's just missing them. I don't know what it is in his head, his mechanics. I think it's just a blend of a lot of stuff. Because, like, I seen a couple of plays where Coop was wide open and Deshaun seen him. He was running in his line of sight and still didn't take the throw. And Coop was real frustrated coming back to the line. So, man, I don't know what it is about Deshaun. I guess he got to just get it together. And with him having a brand new offense, that ain't going to bode well for it either. He need to be comfortable. He need to be comfortable.
Well, I will say this, though.
I'll say this,
though. Deshaun Watson, they helped him out by getting him real route runners, man. Mari Cooper is a real route runner, and Jerry Jeudy's a real route runner, bro. Like, I'm going to tell you this right now. If 21 can cover, we'll know at the end of this game. Because I'm going to tell you, he's not going to see anything else. 2-1 is not going to see anything else better than what he's going to see on Sunday. Because
I really like what I seen from them, though.
Like,
I really did.
I like him, too, but I'm just saying, like, you got real route runners, man. You got two guys that every route is going to look exactly alike. You know what I'm saying? And I'm going to tell you this right here. Our safeties need to be on alert too, because Deshaun Watson will put that thing in the air, man. But I'm gonna tell you this right here, man. If the Cowboys defense should get some turnovers in this game, bro. Like, history says that they should get some turnovers in this game, and they should get some sacks, bro. They should get to him. Like,
Deshaun gonna run into some sacks too.
That's what I'm saying.
He hold the ball a lot.
That's what I'm saying. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, the Cowboys, like, bro, like. And I'm gonna tell you this right here, like, Micah, you gotta start, like, he has a lot of signature moments, but bro, in 2024, you gotta have signature games, dog. Because the type of money that you're gonna ask for, CeeDee Lamb has signature games. Like, when you think about CeeDee Lamb, you don't even think about the 98-yard NFL record touchdown. You wanna know why? Because he had a bunch of other dumb stuff that he did last year. That was just the icing on the cake. Think about this. Yep. That wasn't even the dopest thing he did last year. I give Dak
that was deep in the season too.
Yeah, honestly, I give Dak more. That was more Dak than CeeDee Lamb, because the quarterback fell down.
Yeah.
Also, shout out to the lunatic. He hit somebody with a two-piece. He said, support new media. Dallas 24, Cleveland 20, DC 4L. Man, let's get it.
Let's get it.
But yeah, man.
If they score 20 points, I feel like the run game kind of got us. That's what I'm looking at.
I mean, listen, I believe it's possible for them to score 20. They are at home, but I think the Dallas Cowboys could probably score 30 points, because I believe the Dallas Cowboys will get a turnover or two, will get some short fields, and we may not score a touchdown on both, but I could see us getting like 10 points off turnovers. So
we know Dak is familiar with Schwartz too.
Yeah, Dak has.
Hey, do me a favor real quick. Henny, do me a favor real quick. Can you look up the Cowboys last? Because Cowboy, man, Dak ain't really played in no preseason game since when? Since he was wearing bow ties. He ain't been wearing bow ties for a minute, right?
Yeah. He got a real swag now.
Yeah, he ain't been wearing dope. Yeah,
he got that bag and got some swag.
You trying to sell? First off, you're not a Muslim. You trying to sell me a bow tie? That was not gonna work. You know what I'm saying?
Prescott last played in preseason in 2019.
So think about this. Since 2020, like, the Cowboys offense hasn't really struggled too much getting out the gate. You know what I'm saying? Like, we did not struggle last year, week 1, and Dak did not play any preseason. We put up almost 50 points. We also played the Giants in the rain too, though. We didn't struggle that year that Micah came in when we had to play Tom Brady. We just couldn't beat his ass. You know what I'm saying?
Dak lit him up.
Yeah, but Dak lit their ass up. So that's what I was going to ask you. How is Dak looking in those week 1? Because coming out the gate, preseason, things like that, Dak has actually been worth the money, bro. Like, that's why I was saying if I was Dak, I would have been okay with holding out, because I don't play in preseason games anyway. You know what I'm
We
saying?
lost to the Bucks. We lost to the Bucks that one year when Dak got hurt. That was a bad game right there. Then we came back the
but I
next
thought
year and
Dak
played the
well though.
Bucks.
I thought
No,
Dak,
we played them twice.
We talk about the one in Dallas when Dak broke his
Yeah,
thumb.
we played them twice. 2 years in a row, we played the Bucks in the opening night.
Yeah,
but
when he first came back in 2021, that's when he lit him up.
Yeah.
Okay,
but
in the game
I'm finna give y'all the numbers game by game for Dak Prescott.
Go back to 2000. So 2020. What was the week one? What were we? 2020. That was COVID. That shouldn't even count. Keep it real.
2020, we played the Rams. Dak Prescott was 25 of 39, 266 yards, a touchdown, no turnovers. We lost that game. Remember, that was the one when they said that Michael Gallup pushed off on what would have set up.
Oh, that was a lie too. That was a straight lie.
Yeah, that's the one.
And that was the very first COVID game, playing in an empty stadium. Remember, they did the whole offense and defense over Zoom. They admitted that.
That was a straight lie too, bro. Jalen Ramsey just got that call off of star power. That's it.
Mm-hmm. All right, we go to Dallas Cowboys versus Tampa Bay Buccaneers. That would be back in 2021. Dak Prescott and the offense put up 29 points. They also had the lead when they left the field. I ain't gonna,
29 points is 30 points. Hey, you scored 29 points. Your home opener. Your offense is moving.
It wasn't even home opener. He did that on the road, Kinfolk.
I know that, but I'm saying that's 4 different scoring drives because I don't think our defense score in that game.
No,
that's 4 different. So think about this. That's 4 different scoring drives. The year before that was 3. So 3 scoring drives, 4 scoring drives.
42 of 58, 403 yards, 3 touchdowns, only 1 turnover.
Bucks.
That was like 5. That was like 4 scoring. That was like 4 scoring touchdowns. I mean, 4 scoring drives that he led.
Yeah.
That other Bucks game, that's when he got hurt.
Yeah, remember the Tampa Bay Buccaneers were the reigning Super Bowl champions. So keep the context in mind.
And he broke his hand, and he had to come off the field for a couple snaps, if I'm not mistaken. Because ain't that the game he broke his hand or something like that?
No,
you think about the second one.
Oh, second one. Okay.
Yeah.
The second one, he broke his hand and lit him up.
Nah, he ain't play too good on the second one.
Not at all. So
he ain't play good on the second.
He was off on that game, but Dallas Cowboys, and then it was this year, 2023. Like we played in a rainstorm and we put up 40 points. So like the Dallas Cowboys ain't been too bad, honestly.
Or Dak Prescott has not been too bad, for the most part. Dak Prescott is not.
Yeah, we was evaluating him and his showing, so he been pretty decent outside of that second Tampa Bay game.
Yeah, outside of that one outlier.
What was that second Tampa Bay game? What was his stat line going out of that game?
Shit, not good.
It was damn near the third quarter when he got out then, and we couldn't do nothing on the offensive side.
Yeah, well, I tried to just skip over that, but Wes is gonna bring it up. So shit, let me just go to it.
Yeah, I mean, he could have struggled, but I'm curious about how many scoring drives did he lead in that game?
None. We gonna score 3 points, nigga.
Yeah, that was terrible.
Yeah, see, you should leave well enough alone, West Coast. But he was 14 of 29 for 134 in the pick. That was
horrible.
He wasn't good. He wasn't good at all.
That was bad.
Nobody on that team was good at all, but But yeah. But outside of that game, we've played well in these home openers, season openers, and our starters don't play in the damn preseason.
So that's one out of the last 4 season openers. Dak is balled.
I'm not worried about that at all. Coming out.
The numbers.
Now, I might be a little concerned about the offense because him and CD, but if anybody could skip class and come back and make an A, metaphorically speaking, I'd take CD Lamb.
Yeah, and I'm going to tell you this right now. We're not playing the 49ers defense, so that's the only defense that I've seen systematically who, and it ain't even really the defense. It's that linebacker, Fred Warner, in the middle.
Fred Warner do everybody bad like that.
I know that's what I be trying to tell folks. Be like, oh, the 49ers got your number. I'll be like, bruh, the 49ers defense has everybody's number, bruh. Well, it's just a matter of their offense. It's just a matter of their offense can score enough points.
They didn't play the NFC Championship game 3 of the last 4 years.
So, bro, the 49ers are not losing games 50-47, bruh.
It's just crazy how they the opposite of us. They literally the opposite of us. They get far in the playoffs, and then lose. Like, it's crazy.
And they
We
got a
don't
long-
go far in
and
the
they got a
playoffs
longer
and
drought.
lose. You know what I'm saying? Then they drought longer than all. It's crazy. Like, when you see the 49ers go far, I already be in the back of my mind like, they ain't finna win.
Who's the middle
It don't
linebacker
matter
for
what it is.
Who's the middle linebacker for the Cleveland Browns?
JOK.
I
Jeremiah
like him.
Owusu
Out of
Koramoah. He hard.
Notre Dame, right? Out of Notre Dame.
Yeah, he hard.
See, I know he good at the West Coast, no. That nigga gonna be giving a damn about other players.
Yeah, he good. We scouted him though. We wanted Dallas to draft him, but
Who did we get over him? Because I remember we wanted him.
Let me see what year Jock came out, and I'll
He
see
only been
if
in the
I'm
league
upset.
3 years, if I'm not mistaken.
All right, let me see where my boy got drafted at. Cause he's only 24 years
Hello?
old. So yeah. Hold on, I'm finna find out because I'm curious.
They're either on the stairs or in the garage.
All right, Jock was a second round pick in 2021. So who the fuck did we pick in
All right,
2021?
all right.
It was pick 52. All right, NFL 2021 draft.
Who did we in what year?
2021. That nigga might.
So we picked.
It might be Kelvin Joseph, kinfolk.
Kelvin Joseph.
It might be. Let me make sure. Who
Think about this.
picked.
If I'm not mistaken, because we passed on freaking we passed on for Kelvin Joseph. We passed on J.K. and we passed on Asante Samuels Jr. I remember.
And we passed on Nick Bolton.
And Bolton, yeah, I remember because J Tuck. I was on a live. I remember now.
Yeah,
but J Tuck loved Asante Samuels Jr. That because he's a Florida State kid, and I liked it. I ain't gonna lie, I'm gonna tell you who told me about J.K. Jalen Smith. That's who put me on him.
I mean, Asante kind of fell off too, though. But people ain't talking about that. You know.
But still, man, I would still take Asante Samuels over Kelvin Joseph. Asante Samuels Jr. would still be on this team right now.
Yeah, for what he's done in the league, his last season wasn't his best, but he's had like 3 solid years of production.
That's what's crazy though. Like, I liked the Kelvin Joseph coming out of college, man. That dude was talented, bro. It just be hard to predict this stuff sometimes.
Say what you want to say.
Sometimes it be hard to predict stuff.
Hey, say what you want to say, but Kelvin Joseph took a Super Bowl ring back to the hood, man. Say what you want to say. Say what you want to say. Kelvin Joseph,
because that's where he did the interview from.
Kelvin Joseph was in Kelvin Joseph was in the trap.
He was in the trap for real.
He was in the trap for real with a Super Bowl ring, man.
Hey, drop a flame if y'all was here. You had to be here. You know what I'm saying? You had to be here.
It's a Super Bowl ring. Hey, listen to me, landlord. It's a Super Bowl ring with hot wing juice on it somewhere, man. That's all I'm saying.
Hey, Kelvin Joseph kick the girl out the way. Get out the way. Let
me he did. That boy got a Super Bowl though. He got a ring though.
Hey, let's see who was here. See
if
you know, you know. I
don't
know if they know, man. I don't know if they know.
Hey, he got a ring and a body.
Great.
That but we had the cover for Kelvin Joseph.
Like this man ain't
like,
don't
say nothing.
Listen to me, the 49ers are not the real gold, because if there was real gold, then gold is the pure the Chiefs are the real gold. You know what I'm saying? The 49ers the 49ers have a linebacker who is they have listen to me, the 49ers have a perfect defense. They have corners who can legitimately cover, regardless if they can get pressure or not. They have defensive ends who can get pressure, and then you have a middle linebacker who actually understands his job is to be a middle linebacker and not a pass rusher or Von Miller. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. They actually got one of the best linebacking rooms, so they don't talk about Dre Greenlaw being a very good linebacker.
And they're producing line. And think about this: they're producing. Y'all know Fred Warner was a safety in college, right?
Yeah, he was a safety, then he moved to linebacker. Yep, and he wanted to play for Dallas. He talked about that on his own podcast. We just didn't pick him up.
We got to start doing that, man, because them people be making it their life mission to ball against the Cowboys. As soon as we don't draft
every dude we don't draft, like
it be their life mission.
It just be like we always don't draft the dude who wants to be the Cowboy, and then we always draft the dude who don't really care about being a Cowboy. It's like, what?
Man, it's some
Like
be some
that be
wild
the
shit.
dilemma. Like, yeah, I'm a Cowboy. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, what?
Yeah, whatever, man. Where the hoes at? You're like what?
Yeah, whatever. What the hell is that?
Man, what shoot. What is this endorsement, man? Where I need to sign it?
Did y'all see what good old Dan Quinn got going on over there in his little organization?
No, what didn't happen this time?
Say Commanders exec suspends
seen that.
over remarks about Cowboys, Jerry Jones, Goodell, and more. He over there airing it out.
Yeah, he said that black people are homophobic.
Wow.
He said some other shit. I gotta go read the whole report. He said that NFL fans are high school
Hey, I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna
educated
lie.
alcoholics.
Most black men are, because that's something culturally.
I was just about to
that
say, did he lie though?
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. I was gonna say it because that
You
is
can't
not.
say it,
That,
though.
listen to me.
Well, we
I'm
can't
not
say
saying,
that though.
Yeah, he said Dan Quinn just said some real stuff that he probably should have kept to himself. But
Oh,
I'm gonna
It
tell you
went
this right
Dan
here.
Quinn. It went Dan Quinn. It's the VP of the Commandos.
Yeah, I mean, he live in. They play in DC, which is 70-some% African American. You know what I'm saying?
It's
So,
one of the blackest
hey
places
man,
you can be in America.
yeah, exactly. You know what I'm saying? And it's just so
They
happened to
say
be the
it's the
capital of the United
projects
States.
and stuff around the White House. That's what I
Hey,
heard. I
but
gotta
listen,
go to DC.
but listen to me. DC is so ghetto and so crazy. The White House said we're gonna have our own place. No, they can be their own place. We here, like the White House is here, but we not really with them. You know what I mean? Like we live in the same neighborhood, but as you can tell, our house got a gate around it.
Separate but equal.
Yeah, we live in the same city, but we don't live in the same city. You know what I'm saying? But
Nah.
I'll say this, man. Like I love the fact that we're taking time out of our shows to always talk about the division, things like that. I'm gonna tell you this right here. I'm going to say right now, I feel like because we haven't talked about Philly, I feel like I forgot. They play Minnesota, if I'm not mistaken, and I'm taking
Giants play
Minnesota.
Minnesota.
Not
Giants play
Giants, but who?
Minnesota.
Eagles play who?
Philly plays the Packers. Remember, in Brazil.
Packers. That's who it is. I'm taking Packers.
I'm taking the Packers.
Brazil make that game weird for me. I don't know.
I'm taking the Packers because they just went and signed one of the best running backs in the National Football League, and he actually stays healthy.
Who?
And the Eagles going to be down a linebacker. Devin White's not going to play. They got Nakobe Dean starting at linebacker now. I don't buy that Nakobe Dean is actually a good linebacker now. So we
I don't buy
see how
Saquon Barkley playing
I
17 games.
I don't foresee that working out for them.
How was the Green Bay Packers against the run?
How were the Green Bay Packers against the run? I don't know. I got to look. I know the Eagles weren't good against the run.
Because I know Jalen going to be on that read option to death.
Man, Kellen Moore's the play caller. We got to start acting like he's going to call the same plays for Jalen Hurts. Every quarterback that Kellen Moore has coached, rushing production has gone down.
Facts. I was going to say that. I don't think exactly. I was just going to say the same thing. I honestly think if you bring in Kellen Moore, you don't bring in Kellen Moore because you want your quarterback to be more efficient in the ball.
Dak Prescott was one of the best running quarterbacks in the league before we got with Kellen Moore. We don't even talk.
This is what I'm gonna say though. I agree with y'all 100%. But I'm thinking that they gonna have Kellen on a leash over there. That he ain't gonna have freedom like he had over here.
Yeah,
He's not privileged. And then one more thing. This finna be it. I don't think Jalen could be functionable like that. I'm gonna tell you straight up. Like if they do that, I swear I will pray that they do that. If they just sit up there and try to make him turn into a drop back quarterback like they did Dak, I would love to see that, bro. I'm telling you, it is gonna be terrible for them. I promise you that.
I will say this: the Eagles' offense is built to throw the ball. The only reason you even consider them a running team is because their quarterback runs the ball, and they now have Saquon Barkley. That is it. And I'm gonna tell you this right now: if you're only considered a running team because your quarterback runs the ball, you're not a running team. You're not a running team. So I say this. The Philadelphia Eagles, they have two wide receivers that are both making over $26 million. They have a tight end who's top 3 paid. They are built. They have Kellen Moore, who I would think over his career is probably averaging quarterbacks under Kellen Moore are averaging at least 35 attempts a game.
Yeah.
At least.
That man
From
had Gary
Herbert,
Gilbert chucking that hole 40 times.
bruh.
Man, I
Ben
can't
DiNucci's
wait to
first
see
game.
this boy.
Ben DiNucci's first game, he threw the ball 41 times, if I'm not mistaken.
Then believe it or not, you got to be smart to run his offense too.
But you
Like
get what I'm
that
saying?
ain't no easy offense to run.
Like, if you look at the Philadelphia offense and you did not know Jalen Hurts runs the ball like that, you would be like, damn, they're about to throw the ball, bruh. Everything about their offense is to throw the ball.
Carl Main in the building, you know that's my guy from Bama. He know how I feel about Jalen. Like, bro, I've been talking about Jalen. This is not a new thing. I'm going to tell you straight up, I don't see him as a drop back passer like that, like on a consistent basis, just making every throw, every read. Like, you got to play him like I was talking about the Browns was playing with Deshaun Watson. They did a good job with him. Real talk. From the games I seen, the play calling stuff was good. He just was bad. It ain't had nothing to do with the play calling. So I don't know about the rest of the year. Did he get this man fired or not? I don't know. But they was doing some great stuff with him like that fit his skill set perfectly. Like they was rolling out. They was doing play action. They was doing a whole lot of stuff like that. Like quick little passes. Like it was exactly the type of game plan that probably I would play with if I had Deshaun Watson as my quarterback. Like he was doing the same type of stuff. So if he couldn't be successful for that, like I don't know what else you want him to do. But I look at Jalen Hurts as the same way, man. He need to be moving around in the pocket. I don't know if that's in Kellen's scheme. Kellen wants you to stand back there and throw the ball. So I want to see how this gel. This is gonna be interesting.
I mean, listen, unless he's changed, and people can change.
That's the only alternative, bro. He gonna have to do something else, bro.
In a Kellen Moore's offense, there won't be very many designed runs. There won't be very many designed runs.
It's all timing.
Unless he is just flat out changing his offense approach. And why would you do that? Like,
job. He got fired after 1 year last time.
I'm telling you, he's not gonna have freedom like that. I don't see it. Cause you just can't run it. You ain't gonna be able to use Jalen like that, man.
This is man third team in 3 years. Like Kellen
he
Moore,
don't have that much freedom. He on thin ice.
If Kellen Moore mess up this year, he might not be a coach next year in the NFL. And that's going from being somebody they thought would be the next big head coaching hiring. This man may not be in the be coaching in the NFL next year if his offense sputters out this year.
Bro, I'm gonna tell you this right here.
Listen, Mike McCarthy saved us from this being our head coach. He could have been our head coach over here.
Hey, I'm gonna tell you this right here. Kellen Moore will always have an opportunity in the NFL. Don't even try to fool yourselves. Like them dudes get washed and recycled, bro. All he got to do for a year or half a season, and then that guy will do good, and then they'll give his success. They'll give him credit for somebody else's success, and he'll be right back in the fold, man. Like Kellen Moore hasn't done anything.
He might have to go to Boise. He might have to go to Boise.
Kellen Moore, listen to me. Having a high scoring offense while having a low third down completion rate and red zone completion rate is ridiculous, bruh. So what does that mean? That means it's not you, bruh. That means it's the players. It's the players. Because you're not telling me you're out here. You're not out here designing plays that are getting 35-yard touchdowns, 40-yard touchdowns. No, that is the players, bruh. Those are the players making plays. Like, bro, think about this. The Dallas Cowboys, week 1. I mean, that's just how our team is. We would score 30, 45 points under him, and it would be like 2 for 7 in the damn red zone. So it's like, my thing with Kellen Moore is always going to be what he said is this, and that's he wants to throw the ball. You know what I'm saying? And they're set up to throw the ball. You know what I'm saying? This Cleveland Browns team, I hope they throw the ball. I really do hope they throw the ball.
Ken Dorsey is a pass-happy offensive coordinator. That's one of the reasons why he's not still with the Buffalo Bills. They wanted to feature, what's the boy name? James Cook. They wanted to feature him a little bit more. Wanted to protect Josh Allen from some of those boneheaded mistakes that he made, and they didn't feel like he could do it. So that's why he got fired mid-season, and now he's over there with the Browns, and he's going to do what he can do. Like there's only some. Listen, if you're an offensive coordinator, you got to where you been by doing the things that you do. Whether it works or not, you got to always go back to what got you there.
Especially when you get in the bind, you're going to go right back to what you know.
Factory default settings.
Yes, even if you don't know how to do it. Like, even if you know what I'm saying, even if you was trying to change, you're going to go right back to the stuff that your foundational type stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I mean, I'm just ready for this game, bro. I'm ready for Sunday. What time we play on Sunday?
We got the afternoon game, so it's like 3:15, 3:30, whatever that.
I can't wait, bro.
We don't have the. It's not America's game, is it? It's not the last game on Sunday, is it?
Last game on Sunday is Sunday Night Football.
What channel is on? Fox or
Tom Brady
NBC?
Calling, so whoever Tom.
Yeah.
Brady
What? Hey, who's doing a watch party? I'm doing a watch party. I'm down.
I'm not. Y'all ain't finna steal my joy. I'm sorry.
Let's see. Cleveland Browns, Dallas Cowboys, TV, Fox. It's gonna be on Fox.
One day I might be mature enough to do some watch parties, but I'm selfish with my games. I'm sorry. I'm watching the game.
I mean, might be a little different this year, man. I ain't really trying to call the game. I'm just gonna be sitting there watching the game like a fan. Because when I call games, I tend to lose the excitement behind it. You know what I mean? The fan aspect.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I'm not interested. I'm sorry. I talked to y'all before or after the game. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I let
a commercial break.
Yeah, I let y'all rock out. It ain't no shade to it, but I'm talking about me personally. I don't know if that's something I'm gonna do that often.
It's all good. But we've been on here for an hour now, man. So y'all got any closing thoughts? Of course not. Y'all niggas be ahead of me. Y'all ain't finna tell me the
See
whole
that
game
it be taking the joy away. I be over here like, what's finna happen? Wes be like, oh, it's a touchdown. I'm like, I ain't even seen it yet.
Hey,
you know what I'm saying?
You remember we did the damn Jaguars
game?
The
Jaguars game what changed my life.
I didn't know what the hell was going on. Wes like, oh, they gonna kill that.
Wes up here going crazy. And we up here like, what happened? What happened? The game over.
I was so sad.
I think that in my head I made up my mind that I would never do this again. I think I was like, nope, this is not something I'm gonna be doing.
Then I seen the play, like, man, what the fuck Noah Brown do?
I think that's the game that scarred me right though. That's the game that scarred me.
Did Noah Brown get re-signed?
Nope, he got cut from the Texans.
Yeah, he just got cut. So I think somebody might have signed Noah. Hold on. So I think somebody did sign Noah, but let me see. Or am I tripping?
America's team with America's game of the week.
Commanders, actually.
He went to the Commanders?
He signed with the Washington Commanders, bro.
The Washington Dallas Cowboys.
Everybody want to play the Cowboys when they get cut.
Mm-hmm.
You seen Sammy doing the TO. Sammy did the TO on the preseason game. He's so crazy.
That was freaking. That was freaking crazy. Seeing Fioco take that to the crib, bro.
I wish he could have did that for us.
Exactly.
I mean, he did kind of.
Did Sammy even get to play with Mike McCarthy? Or that was all Kellen Moore?
I mean, he did play for sure with Mike McCarthy.
I'm talking about on the Mike McCarthy offense.
Like when he was called.
Now he would have been gone.
Because we actually seen players who didn't have a role all of a sudden when Mike took over the play call. So he might have been able to get something out of Sammy. We don't know.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell you, we've had some really competitive wide receiver rooms too, though, outside of our top three. Like we've had some. The Cowboys have done a really good job of bringing in young receivers who have been able to compete and who have been. They just done a bad job, I think, of promoting those guys up through the ranks. You know what I'm saying? Like a guy like Cedric Wilson, I think his career is different because he takes that deal in Miami versus him staying in Dallas. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, see, this probably the last thing I'm gonna say. That's why I had such a dislike for Kellen Moore, man, because like I feel like he robbed us of a lot of our talent Like, real talk. We didn't get to see much from Tony, for 2-3 years. And then now the last couple years we got Tony, like, we like, dang, we don't even know if we want to sign him now. Now we got a franchise to. Like, if we would have had much more information on Tony, he probably still be a Cowboy maybe. You don't know. You know what I'm saying? We might have would have signed him a year or so before. But he did that to him. Then you think about all the other talent we had. Turpin didn't even see the field. Jalen Tolbert couldn't do nothing. Like, nobody was able to do anything except for, and CD didn't even get treated fairly. Amari didn't get treated fairly. Like, everything was distributed out equally, and that's just foolishness when you think about it. Is CD Lamb equal to Semife Hoku?
Of course not.
So why would you treat him as such? That's goofy. No, CD Lamb deserves the ball more because he's a better player. And a lot of people hating on Mike right now, but he's the person that gave you that 17 CD Lamb. He gave you that. That's under his offense, bro. People. I see a lot of people out here that talking crazy about Mike, bro, and I don't understand it. You love CD Lamb. You love what you seen from CD and Dak, but that was under Mike offense in year 1. Yep. I don't get y'all.
Listen, the same people. Some people would say that Kellen Moore made Dak Prescott, but turn around and say Mike McCarthy didn't do anything for the offense. You know, there are people that live in that realm where they're like, oh man, it was Kellen Moore's system that had Dak balling like that. Okay, well he had a better year than he ever had
under Mike
McCarthy. Oh, they don't count. You know, Mike McCarthy was just there. Like, what the hell? No, like Mike.
That's why I
McCarthy,
said this the other show.
He called the plays and he installed the plays because he said himself. Before we asked him about Kellen Moore, why he don't just call it? He's like, nah, if you install it, you call it. And Kellen Moore was still doing the install. Mike McCarthy installed all these plays, all those 36 touchdowns. He installed them hoes, and he called them up. So guess
if you
what?
Like
you
CD Lamb, if you like CD Lamb, I don't see how you hate Dak Prescott.
Yeah, because
I don't see how.
CD Lamb ain't throwing the ball to his damn self.
It be people up there like, we love CD. Man, screw Dak, he sucks. Like, bro, that's crazy. Every single catch that you seen Sedarian Lamb catch last year, it was from Dak Prescott. Now, Cooper Rush might have gave him 1. I think he was you remember that record-breaking game? Yeah, and they put him back in the game, and Cooper Rush might have thrown him a pass just to break the record or something. Like, other than something like that, man, all the cheering and excitement that you seen, all the touchdowns, that came from Dak. So how could you hate one and not like the other? Like, it don't make sense to me, man.
Oh, yeah, fun fact. I know they don't correlate because, you know, numerology is not an exact science. Mike McCarthy won his title in Green Bay in year 5, and it's year 5 in Dallas. Let's see if he can duplicate it. No correlation, but, you know, let's pray about it.
Let's do it. Let's do it. Man. If this O-line play above what expectation, like if they just so happen to just everything work out great, like Cooper Beebe just hooping and Tyler Guyton just hooping, if that's the case, I think this year could be better than expected. Real talk.
I mean, they low on us. They got us. Listen, they're saying that we're the 19th best team in the National Football League.
I love it.
Like they're counting Dallas Cowboys out all across the board. So guess what? Theoretically, there are no expectations for the Dallas Cowboys. They don't think we're the best team in the damn division. Sure don't think we're the best team in the NFC. So guess what? Whatever happens if the Dallas Cowboys win 12 games or 13 games again and make it to the playoffs, you can't say that they underperformed because you didn't even think they were going to get that far.
Well, they got Michael ranked at. They ranking everybody low. They ain't even mentioned Trayvon Diggs on the cornerback list.
They had him listed outside the top 10. Shout out to Dunner Holmes too, man. I appreciate you for tapping in with us, my brother.
Salute. That's crazy, man.
Yeah,
they just. I love it though. I think we perform better when we getting disrespected. I really do.
I agree. But, man, I appreciate y'all for taking time out y'all busy schedules to come on here and rock out with your boy, man. You know, it's always an honor and a pleasure to kick it with my boys, man. Let them folks know where they can find y'all, man.
Already, man. LandLord from Alabama with the same handle on our social media, man. Y'all tap in for the win. Holla at your boy.
Wes?
Man, I'm having an issue with my page right now. It's not letting me post videos. I can only go live, which is weird. I can't post videos or reels. So that's why I be seeing any short content. I don't know why. Probably because I was making money off of it, and now Facebook is tripping. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, but I'll be doing live content until they fix that or until they turn it on or whatever they do. So I appreciate y'all. And yeah, just type in West Coast Cowboy anywhere and you can find me.
Indeed, man. Hey, Wes, what you be telling the boys on the way out, man? Because I mean, they in the liquor store. They know where to find my drunk ass. So
Never look down because the stars up. Peace.
Peace, y'all.